Hello friends, welcome back to Money, Business and Finance with Sawan Kumar, and this is where we talk about money, business and finance, and let us continue talking about sales. Have you heard people saying that I don't know sales or I don't like making sales? We come across a lot of salesmen, a lot of salespeople who might not be saying to us that they do not like making sales, but they keep saying this to themselves. They keep repeating this to themselves that they do not like sales. Now, what exactly is the problem? Let us try and understand what makes them not like sales. Nobody likes rejections. Nobody likes rejections. Nobody likes failures. And the people who do not like sales is because they think that they have been rejected a lot of times. They think that they have failed a lot of times. They think that they are not able to make sales, and this is why they do not like sales. But this can be changed. The way you did not like swimming because you did not know to swim. The way you did not like driving because you did not know how to drive. You did not like to play cricket because you do not know how to play cricket or how to play golf. So that is why you do not like sales. You do not like to make cold calls. You do not like to do follow-ups because you are afraid of failure. You are afraid of rejections, and you are getting failure, you are getting rejections because you are not knowing what you are doing. You do not know what you are doing. You need to get trained. If you do not like sales, it is not because you do not like sales, but it is because you do not know sales. You do not know how to do sales. You do not know, or you have never been trained on becoming a salesman. You just fell into this career because you did not find anything else. It just so happened that you took a job that involved sales and marketing, and you just fell into this career. And now you are having to make calls and do follow-ups and close sales. The company is pressurizing you to make sales. Why are you not getting a sales? When you have never been trained on making sales. It is a science. Sales is also a science that can be learned, that must be learned before you try making sales. Because if you go to the ground without learning the game, if you jump in the ocean without knowing how to swim, you definitely would come out as a failure. So to make sure that you do not come out as a failure, to make sure that you do not become a failure, if you want to get into the field of sales, or if you are already into the field of sales but you're not happy about it, you feel bad about it, you feel sad about it, then what you need to do is you need to get trained on sales. You need to get to know sales better, and just knowing is not enough. You need to be into it completely. Sales, you need to be into it completely. Once you are into it, once you know what rejections are going to come, once you know what excuses the client or the customers are going to make, you will know the answers to give. When I started my career, and I did not know anything about sales, and I started making cold calls, I started sending emails, and I used to get frustrated like hell because I did not know how to cold call, and I started making cold calls. So what I was getting back was rejection, which was very obvious. No matter how many calls I made, I always got rejection because I did not know my pitch. I did not know what to speak when I call. I did not know how to respond to the other person when they throw to me an excuse or when they throw to me a rejection. What should I do? How should I respond? When I started getting myself trained on sales, I exactly knew what to say when the customer or the client gave me their rejection. Give me their excuse. Because in sales, when a customer says that I do not have time, it might not necessarily be that he does not have time. Or when the customer says he does not have the requisite resources to buy it, it might not be that reason. You need to understand that, and you need to get trained on that. It is a science. There are things that happens extremely logically. What happens when you make a call, how the customer responds, why they respond to what they respond, and how you should be responding to everything. How you can get better at negotiation, how you can get better with closing on the follow-ups. All of these things can be learned. And once you learn these things, once you master the skills, by practice, immense practice would be required. It is not an easy game to do because it's a high competition game. A lot of stakes are involved, a lot of money is involved, and therefore a lot of practice is involved. You need to practice to master this skill. And once you master this skill, you cannot stop practicing or you cannot stop learning. You need to keep upgrading yourself. And then you will find that no longer you hate sales, no longer you do not like to make sales, but it would become a fun for you then. Now when you would be making a cold call, you would exactly know what the customer is going to say, and you would also know what you are going to say. So it becomes a fun thing now. Whenever the customer gives a rejection, whenever the customer says that okay, I do not want this, or I do not have the money for this, I do not have time for this, you exactly know what to say for this. And then this becomes a fun thing to do. Because now you are in the game. You have brought skin to the game. You are now playing from inside. You're not just playing for the sake of playing, but now you are the player who has been trained, who has practiced, and who is ready to defeat, who is ready to get sales, get the money. Wish you all the very best.